Hit up YouTube, I'm Eric, thanks for clicking the video. And my lordy, this music video. If you've seen Luna's hula hoop music video, you know that we have a lot to talk about. So, if you do end up liking the video, please do leave a like. It really does help support the channel and makes it easier for others to find too. That being said, if you like what I do here and want to see more videos like this in the future, consider hitting that subscribe button. But let's begin this breakdown of Luna's hula hoop music video. Luna 1/3 members, yes, that includes Yeojin. Odd Eye Circle. Also, Cherry has a blue outfit with orange shoes, signifying her shared powers with Jinsol and Kimlip, as designated by their colored clothes. It is odd that Lippy is in orange, though. You see what I did there? Odd, because odd. YY with Eve's wink and Go-On's butterfly sticker. Do I start a counter of how many butterflies are in this music video? Nah, that's dumb. But hey, if you know that amount, leave it in the comments. I don't know the real answer, but comment anyway. Oh, we got a throwback to Hyejin's Vivid music video with her outfit and the floating stuff. Also, if you didn't notice, the colored walls appear to be butterflies, and this goes on for quite a while with the various colors throughout the entire music video. Though it could just be a Rorschach's ink block test. I don't know. That's what I see though. This is also reminding me of the scene in PTT where planetoids are orbiting Hyejin. We have another Lunaverse reference, this time Kimlip in her school uniform from Eclipse, Girlfront, Sweet Crazy Love, and PTT music videos, with an Odd Eye hula hoop just like Cherry from PTT. Another thing is that she appears to be floating and is surrounded by 3 moons, just like in the Why Not music video. Now we have Hase and Go-On with tree branches around them. Hase had similar tree branches in the Cinema Theory Up in Line teaser, and Go-On had tree branches in her One and Only music video. There are also some white birds, Hase's represent animal, butterflies, Go-On represent animal, and paper airplanes. The paper airplanes are nods to Hase's Let Me In music video, as well as the Girlfriend music video. Now we have Hyunjin on a moon with a cattail because
she is Aongi.
Great reference and easy to miss. Cherry upside down with a mirror and cherries. A clear reference to Cherry's Love Cherry motion. He's just preparing to run and Chu actually running. Chu sitting on top of a giant apple with Eve nearby is a reference to Chu's Heart Attack music video. I'm just gonna leave this here for a little. If you know, you know. Angry Chu. Oh, Hyunjin with that wink. I felt that. No idea if this is part of the actual choreo, but Yeojin vibing over here is a mood. 3 hearts near her eye because Odd Eye Circle, maybe? We have Yeojin in her Kiss Later music video outfit along with macaroons in the background and a cake. Look, I swear I'm not affiliated with BBC or Digipenny. Just because I made a video talking about the cakes in Kiss Later last week, and I made the Odd Eye hula hoop joke in the PTT Everything You Missed video, doesn't mean I'm in constant contact with them. But also, BBC Digipenny, if you need someone, I'm just saying, I am available. Ew! Olivia Hay rising from the fire in YYYY's yellow school uniform. Also, claws from the Claw Machine game are nods to Eve's new and Olivia Hay's Egoist music videos. What's interesting is that Olivia Hayes' shadow leads directly into Go On and her Pineapples, who's also wearing YYYY's yellow school uniform. Hyunjin and Hasu running with the baton is a reference back to Luna 1/3's Love and Live music video. Also, I don't think nails are supposed to look like that, you know, slightly raised toward the base of the nail. Did Hyunjin break her nail? Jinso with cherry cans and the writing in the back that translates to Fallen Angel is a reference back to Olivia Hayes' Egoist. Now we have Eve on what I assume is supposed to be a rooftop, swinging a golf club at a stuffed bunny, which is a reference to her new music video. Immediately after she hits the bunny, Heejin, whose representative animal is a bunny, jumps. The members running here are Yeojin, Go-won, and Cherry, though Cherry running could be a reference to her time manipulation abilities, just like in Hi Hi. Cherry sitting on the edge of a hole could be a reference back to her Love Cherry Motion music video where she sits next to a mirror. This is Hyunjin. This is Olivia Hay that looks like the way she jumped off the diving board in the Hi Hi music video. Heejin using the confetti popper could be referring to the Carol music video. This is Yeojin and Chu. And Go On Go On. And then we have Cherry running again. Chu hugging the apple is another direct reference back to the Heart Attack music video. This scene with Chu and the butterfly could be Go On being far away from Chu after being resurrected, sends her butterflies to let Chu know that she is okay. Hasu with a slingshot is another reference back to her Let Me In music video. Also, this Luna logo is on its side and it's flipped. Alright, if you're familiar with the lore in the Hi Hi music video, almost all these boxes read the same thing. Some are the exact same, but others have different colors now. If you need a refresher, here are the translations from Daebakjang's Hi Hi video. There are a couple new ones though. Now, these are also rough translations, so bear with me and correct me if it's wrong. So, these read, this one's in German, for someone who's been waiting for a long time. This is in Icelandic, thanks for waiting. There is also a new one with what appears to look like an eclipse. Now, here's what it says in order directly from the Hula Hoop music video. Fate, Higher Than Expected, ++, Luna, Girls of the Month, The Beginning of Fate, ++, Fly High, 12 Girls, Hi Hi, Expectations, Are You Ready, Meeting and Beginning of 12, Full Moon, Lunaverse, ++, this is the eclipse, Are You Ready, Together, First Steps, Let's Fly, Start, ++, Steps, Beautiful, Orbit, For Someone Who's Been Waiting for a Long Time, Thanks for Waiting, Are You Ready, The Moon, and then it loops back. Then we have Vivi wearing roller skates, a reference to Every Day I Love You and Eve's new music video. And we have Hasu again with the slingshot referring back to her Let Me In music video. She with the camera and the huge lens is another reference to the Heart Attack music video. Yeojin with the horn thingy could be referring to the choreo of Kiss Later. Also, the plane in the background could be referring to the crashed one in the Let Me In music video, or the falling one in Why Not. Again, she with the camera and the huge lens is referring to the Heart Attack music video. We also have a I Heart Seoul, Bangkok, Beijing, LA, Taipei, London, Paris, Hong Kong, Praha, Budapest, Auckland, Reykjavik, and Tokyo, referring to everywhere they filmed for a music video so far. When they say Luna the World, they mean Luna the World. This one frame window is the same as the one before. And the finale, all the members doing the choreo. Except for Yeojin. Ending on good old Tokyo Tower. But that was my initial analysis for Luna's Hula Hoop music video. It was definitely more reference heavy than story progression than I would like, but definitely a solid debut music video. But hey, let me know your thoughts on the video in the comments, and if you like the video, do leave a like. It really does help support the channel and allows other theorists to find the video too. If you like what I do here and want to see more videos like this in the future, hit the subscribe button. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.